Good afternoon. Today I'm going to talk about classification of numbers, like natural numbers, whole numbers, integers. What are the differences between them? The first one, natural numbers. Those are numbers like it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's ordinary numbers, but without a zero. So it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The symbol for it is an N, and goes on until infinity. So it has to be like a whole number. It can't be like 1.2 or 3.5. It has to be like a. So those are natural numbers. Then the next one is whole numbers, or also known as counting numbers. The symbol for it is also an N, but with a zero next to it. It's almost the same as natural numbers, but just with a zero with it. So it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's like natural numbers, but with a zero added, and no negative numbers. The third one, an integer. Integer, it sounds like a fancy name, but it's really not that difficult. The symbol for it is a Z. Z. It's similar to natural numbers and whole numbers, but it includes negative numbers. So it's also like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 goes on, but then it includes the negative numbers as well, like -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, etc. So it goes both ways. All the positive numbers, all the negative numbers, and 0 in the middle. And the fourth one are rational numbers. Now, a rational number, it's almost all the numbers. It's anything that you can write something above something. Like you can write in a fraction, like 2 over 4, or 6 over 10, or 12 over 1. So it includes whole numbers. It's like like 10 over 1, or 12 over 1, or 30 over 1. So whole numbers are also anything that you can write as a fraction. It could be also like 10 over 6 or 3 over 4. Those are called rational numbers. It's basically almost all the numbers. Oh, and very important, the denominator cannot be 0. So you can't be like 3 over 0 or 10 over 0. The denominator must be a whole number. It's not allowed to be 0. So all numbers, but it's not 0. So if the denominator is 0, then it's not a rational number. Irrational numbers are basically all the numbers that are not rational numbers. It cannot be written in the form of a over b. Irrational numbers are non-recurring, non-terminating decimals. For example, the square root of 2 or pi. So in other words, it's something that goes on forever, like 3.1278, and goes on and on and on and on and on. In other words, there's no end. So it's something like the square root of 2. If you work it out on your calculator, it goes like that 1 point something something something, goes on and on and on and on. It never stops. Like pi is a very good example of a irrational number. Then the last one are prime numbers. Prime numbers is anything. Prime numbers is anything that it can only be divided by itself and 1. Like 2, it can only be divided by 2 and by 1. Or 3, it can only be divided by 3 and 1. 5 can only be divided by 5 and by 1. So in other words, only itself and 1. 1 itself, the number 1, is not a prime number. Like 19 is a prime number. It can only be divided by 19 and by 1. So numbers that are not prime numbers would be like 4. 4 can be divided by 2 as well. Or 6 can be divided by 3 and 2. Or 10 can be divided by 5. So those are not prime numbers. Prime numbers can only be divided by itself and 1. So prime numbers are also whole numbers. In other words, it's a prime number. It can be a prime number and a whole number at the same time. So it's not mutually exclusive. It can be a prime number and a whole number at the same time. So it's overlapping. It's not to say that something is a prime number, it cannot be a whole number. Here I've written down a few examples for you. So those are basically it. It's like the natural numbers, the whole numbers, integer, rational numbers, irrational numbers, and prime numbers. Remember, something can belong to more than one group. Like a natural number is also a whole number, or an integer can be a whole number. Whole numbers are also integers. You know, it's -4, -2, and then yes. If there are any specific topics, this is basically grade 8 work in my country's syllabus, but I know that different countries have they don't do it in the same way. So in my country that I live in, this is the work they do in grade 8. But in other countries, I know they do it in grade 5 or something. So if there are any specific questions, any mathematical questions that you want me to cover in my next lesson, you can just leave a comment and I will see if maybe I can, cover that in my next lesson. If there's something that you don't understand. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you.